What impresses me most about the way Ole Miss plays is their defense and how they play team defense. We've seen it already. Alabama doing a smart thing. Ole Miss had put on the full court press from the beginning of the game, but a great job by Alabama. Pull everybody up and try to beat them down low. McQueen for 2.
That was McQueen with the layup, and she is in the starting lineup today. Alabama is without about 30 points as Abrams and Davis both out with injuries in this game. But so far, Alabama's hanging right with Ole Miss, especially the way they've been packing in this defense, Tamika.
Well, you'll see it right here. All feet are in the paint, forcing Ole Miss to try to take some outside jump shot.
There's a good defensive play, turnover. Baker picks it up. Singleton will try to force it back up and gets the roll. I don't think people really knew what to expect because they lost so much from last year.
Well, they lost. I mean, we focused on Shakira Austin and how amazing she was as a player, but the other role players that were a huge part of this team, they lost a lot of players. 9 new players to this team, a new coaching staff per se, some of the new coaches. So a lot of adjustments needed to be made, and they've done a great job.
Cobbins, as the shot clock was winding down, buries it.
One thing you know about Alabama is the way that they play, they will never be out of a game. Ole Miss, of course, we talked a lot about them and what they're capable of doing. That's a great drive.
Destiny Salary with the drive. And Alabama looking good right now.
Turnovers, yes, but it's the live ball turnovers that they need to limit. So when the ball has to get taken out of bounds rather than being in the flow of the offense or the defense, I think she feels better about that.
3 is good by Eaton.
And Eaton did not play in the win against Georgia. So coming out today, I was joking around with her a little bit like, you can smile. The game of basketball is fun.
Nye can't answer. Offensive rebound by Rice. That was their first offensive rebound, which makes a lot of sense as animated as their head coach is. It's so much fun to attend their practices and feel the intensity. We need a yo cam.
Oh, trust me, I think that there have been games that have strictly focused on her on one, and then all the other cameras on the game, but she definitely wears her emotion down her sleeve. You never have to question what she feels, what she's talking about. You can see it just by her expression.
Well, their players know of her unconditional love for them, though. That's how she can be so tough on them in games and in practice, because they feel the love.
Well, I think that's one thing that I talked about earlier. She said, I have a whole bunch of feelers. And I had asked, feelers, she said, players need to know how you feel and how they feel. They need you to tell them, you're doing a good job. But Destiny Salary with the block takes it coast to coast.
Yeah, Salary again, the leading scorer in the game right now with 7 points. She only averages 5 a game. And Ole Miss opening up a lead here at the end of the first quarter. Weathers trying to eat into it. Got the shot off, got a rebound, and that'll do it. Ole Miss comes out on Alumni Day.
Out of thin air, they just come and making some really good defensive plays.
That was a good shot a moment ago of Abrams doing some coaching on the sideline. 3 on the way. What a start for Salary as she buries the 3. McQueen will attack the basket, goes right in against Ibakwe and draws the second foul. Salary with 10 points to Alabama's 9, now 10 as McQueen makes the free throw.
Basically giving them wide open looks on the outside.
And right now Ole Miss 3 of 8. Good D by Nye. And finally picked up by the Rebels. Salary going to work again. She's feeling it. McQueen and Barber, 2 players that Christy Curry charged with more production, and Barker gives her the 3-pointer. So Barber, Barker, and McQueen were 3 of the players Christy Curry really wanted to see.
Well, you got 9. You got 11 players. You got 9 at your discretion. Actually, 12 players. Brooke Moore has not been available all season long, so she's been out.
A foul against Ole Miss on the rebound as Barker had. She seems to never stop moving on the court.
Well, you know what you're going to get when you have Barker on your team. She is a all-out, gritty, tough player. We watched her last year, freshman year at Georgia, and the thing that she's able to do, and I mean the way she plays, that's one of the things Coach Curry talked about. I had a relationship. She recruited her to try to come to Alabama. Of course, it didn't work out, but in the back end it does, and it's going pretty well.
Now broke Christy Curry's heart coming out of high school. There's Barker tying Madison Scott up, and the possessioner will give it back to Alabama. Christy Curry said that when Sarah Ashlee decided to go to Georgia, she said, look, in 10 years, if you need me, I'm right here for you. And so she maintained that relationship, and when she went into the portal, it was an easy transition for Barker to come back home to Alabama, a former Miss Basketball in the state of Alabama. Of course, her roots run deep in the Alabama football program. Barker getting position, going to work on Baker and scores. And Barker now in double digits, 10 points. Christy Curry is trying to plead the case as well for Alabama. Nice inbounds play. Coach O calls Snutta Collins and Baker the Splash Sisters. Weathers looking back to Barker. Barker's got Scott on her. Slipped down, and it's just a travel. Salary has been instant offense here so far. Gives it up. Davis open for three.
Both teams so aggressive for the rebounds. You know, Ole Miss is always looking to go in. Hannah Barber.
Got it. Hannah Barber at one time was one of the top 2 3-point shooters in the nation and is now getting that stroke back. Salary draws the foul. As a Salary transfer from Tennessee steps up to the line. And I'm sure there was a conversation between Coach O. The rest of the team has 12. Alabama slowing it down right now, getting into the half-court set. It's been a fast-paced opening half. McQueen going to work.
That pick and roll.
Ole Miss needs a bucket. McQueen got her hand in there, and it's going to be a jump ball, and it will be Alabama's basketball. Barber looking for help. Nye, who is also an elite 3-point shooter, she'll drive, tries to shoot it over Scott, and Scott grabs the rebound.
Well, that's the one thing, Madison Scott, because of her length, she's so good at using it, getting up in the air. She's going to alter your shot. You don't really want to shoot over her. You want to try to figure out a way to get around her.
Collins' shot partially blocked, and a foul on that rebound. Thompson, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, right here on the SEC Network. Hannah Barber, free throw line, made the first and the second as well. And Tamika, we're tied.
That drive by Madison Scott, wow, that's a good drive. Normally, she hasn't scored yet.
Salary misses the layup. Scott does get that first bucket on the putback. It is Alumni Day here at Ole Miss, and there is some Hall of Fame caliber alumni watching this game. These players have been with them all day. I'm sure there's a little added pressure there as well. It'll go to Ole Miss. Telling Salary to hold it. About an 8-second differential between the game clock and the shot clock as we wind down the opening half. Salary defended by McQueen. Collins takes the pass, looks down low to Ibakwe. Ibakwe in the paint. Cobbins grabs it. Alabama will have the last shot. Nye pulls for three, partially blocked, and that will end the opening half. No shortage of effort. Maya Taylor, number one with the basketball. She is back out on the floor. She was sent to the bench early with 2 fouls. So she's running the offense now for Ole Miss. Alabama again without Brittany Davis and Megan Abrams. They've done a good job to stay with Ole Miss, and it's Alumni Day here at Ole Miss. So the players and coaches have Had a lot of activities today that they typically don't have on game day. And the three right out of the halftime by Angel Baker.
Angel Baker, great job spacing the floor. Sarah Ashlee Barker helped in a little bit too much on Madison Scott driving to the basket. You cannot leave a three-point shooter wide open on the side.
Well, we both expected Ole Miss to come out with some fire. Foul on Scott as Loyal McQueen tried to go across that screen. Scott committed the foul. And the first foul on Madison Scott. So Sarah Ashlee Barker will inbound it in front of us. 10 points in that opening half. Averaging 7 in SEC play. Nye got loose for the three and buried it from the corner. Madison Scott, to this point, has not been as impactful as she has been in the previous SEC games. 3 on the way. Off the mark from Taylor, but she runs down her miss.
Great box out down low from Alabama, but nobody boxes out Maya Taylor. And Madison Scott.
Speaking of boxing out, and again, it's just been tough to make shots. 3 good looks, no points, but Ole Miss still relentless on the offensive glass.
And honestly, I think right there, Alabama got lucky because Ole Miss was all over the board.
Yeah, that's a possession Coach Yo's not going to be happy with. Barber directing traffic out front. McQueen going up against Scott. Rice posting up, comes through the lane, gets the roll.
You got to take advantage of those opportunities to slow down the ball to get a smart look at the basket and just 3-second calls, not getting out of the lane.
Alabama led 4-2, hasn't led since. But they can change it right here. McQueen going to work. Alabama with the lead.
Well, Maya Taylor has 2 fouls, not wanting to get her 3rd foul. Does a great job just getting her hands up. And we got Loyal McQueen coming straight at
Taylor on the drive, lost it. It's going to stay with Ole Miss.
Both teams trying to find something, I think, from the Ole Miss, trying to find a way to get their offense going. They're really looking at ways to get Madison Scott the ball. We've seen her score, and that's a bad position to put her in, but she had to get the ball up.
Shot clock was down to 2. She forced it up. Barber bumped, no call. Cobbins going to work in the lane. And 1. The foul called on Baker.
Attacking the basket. Cobbins, great job getting Angel Baker on her shoulder and able to not only finish, but get to the free throw line. Baker, you see a little smile right there, trying to swipe the ball. But Ole Miss having some breakdown on their defensive possession.
Cobbins, only the 7th free throw she's shot all year. Ole Miss, one of the remaining undefeated teams in the SEC, trying to get to 6-0 for the first time since the 91-92 season. Yeah, it's been puzzling to see Ole Miss out of sync. Barber dumps it off, and Rice. But it's been fun to see these all-time greats gather here, connecting her players with that. Rice, 2nd attempt is good.
Being in that circle, and our alums would come back, and I'm like, man, am I going to be like that when I get older? Am I going to come back? And I do. I do go back to University of Tennessee, and it's always fun to see the current players. But now you're part of that circle, and so for all these players, it's like it's great while you're in it.
I mean, when you're talking to Peggy Gillum, Granderson, Armenti Price, Carol Ross. Armenti Price was on the staff here. Baker on the free throw line, knocks it down. Shot clock under 10. McQueen in the paint, forces it up. Nice rebound by Scott, clears it to Snetta Collins.
Good transition game right there. Ole Miss needs to take advantage of that defensive possession and find a way to get to the bucket or back to the line, and that's a turnover by Madison Scott.
Barker picks it off, misses the short jumper, and Scott will push it. Madison Scott through the lane. Barber checked the shot clock.
I think Barber has to take those shots She's trying to get closer to the basket and no need, but Loyal McQueen able to finish it on the basket off the backboard.
And Loyal McQueen going to work, now in double digits with 10 points. Alabama's lead is 5. Baker had 2 players chasing her and finds that small opening for the layup. And again, these fans just itching to get behind Ole Miss. Protect that undefeated record. McQueen open for the long 2 and buries it with Baker in her face.
Their player that's really done a great job of stepping up is Salary, number 10 with the ball.
Salary, shot clock down to 5. Forces it up. And Barber comes out of there with it. Hannah Barber holding it out front. Salary's guarding her near half court. Barber directing traffic. Cobbins has it. Barber looking for that 3. Puts it up as the shot clock expired. And Ole Miss can't get the shot off. So we are down to the last 10 minutes to see if Ole Miss. The Alabama with the ball to start the 4th quarter. Perfect record on the line for Ole Miss to start SEC play. Both these teams, Charlie Cream has in the NCAA tournament. His bracketology comes out every Tuesday and Friday on the ESPN website if you want to check out his thoughts as to who he already thinks is in and out. Barber open for 3. Had to alter her shot, and then Rice going for the rebound commits the foul. 3rd foul on Jada Rice. Scott with 12 rebounds. And an offensive foul called against Davis.
Quisha Davis trying to attack the basket, and Hannah Barber is there. She is set outside circle.
So Ole Miss failing to score on that opening possession. McQueen gets a screen from Rice. Goes down the lane, banks it in.
Some of it is just the way Alabama has been playing. Even the rotation have been effective.
Blocked by Rice from behind.
That's why they call basketball a team sport. When you have players go down, other players have to step up, and it's been fun watching this team play and other players adjust. Nye taking it to the basket.
A lot of slashing to the basket for Alabama. Rice posting up on Singleton, who has 3. Now she's got 4.
To be more effective down low, and Rice has stepped up into that role.
Rice 3 of 7 from the free throw line today, and now 4 of 8.
Well, the way the flow of the game has been, we hope that Salary can get herself going. Maya Taylor out pretty much the first half, and Salary having to come in and make those adjustments and fill some of those holes. Madison Scott continues to go to work down low, able to get the ball to drop in.
The 3rd bucket of the game for Madison Scott. She's got 6 points. It is a 6-point Alabama lead here in the 4th quarter. Barker going right into the lane and finishes. It's been pretty predictable what Alabama's going to do with that ball. They're attacking the basket.
Well, they're attacking. They're trying to make it hard, trying to figure out what are some things that they can do to get some easy scores and come in off the bench. Not to say that the players haven't, but we've watched Alabama consistently going downhill to the basket.
McQueen. Nye looking down low. Scott pushing Rice out of the lane. Nye goes in, misses the short jumper. Ole Miss with another chance to reduce the lead.
Well, you feel the energy in the gym. You see the stand. People are standing up trying to get this team motivated.
Yeah, Ole Miss women's basketball has become a hot ticket here in Oxford. And with the students out, this team needs them. Nye for 3. Offensive rebound by Rice. And the stick back. Salary, good look to Collins. And a foul. And Collins in and out on the free throw.
Well, you know, if you're going to look at kind of
Barber had the double team on her. Barker. Oh, what a three! Are you kidding me?
When she came off that screen and came over.
Got 2 quick early fouls in that first half and had to sit a while. Baker with Barber on her. Gets loose. Nice.
First and second round, then Baker went off.
Barber short on the jumper, and Ole Miss a chance to eat into the Alabama lead, which is 8 at the moment. We're under 4 to play here in the fourth quarter. Salary. Singleton. Inside, got loose, scored. It's a 6-point game. A 6-point Alabama lead. Fourth quarter. McQueen doesn't get the roll. Rice is fouled from underneath by Taylor. Rice 4 of 8 today from the free throw line. These are big. Missed the first one. Second one is pure. A 7-point Alabama lead. 2:25 to play. Baker gets the screen from Singleton. Open for the jumper. And a foul on Alabama.
Not that you can't get anybody else involved, but right now, that's who you need the ball to be in.
Averaging 18 points a game in SEC play. That's 3 over her overall average.
You look at Hannah Barber directing traffic, getting everybody where they need to be.
McQueen, more often than not, has been attacking. Missed the shot, and a whistle underneath, and a foul against Ole Miss.
Everybody's going in for the rebounds. Right here, you see Maya Taylor trying to box out, but she does not box out. Pushes off. Jada Rice.
Rice was 1 of 2 on her last trip. Makes the first one here. Rice 6 of 12 from the free throw line. 6-point Alabama lead, under 2 minutes to play. 3 on the way from Salary. Good!
And she had the hot hand in the first half. We saw Destiny Salary go off. Her first points in the second half. Starts off with a nice 3-pointer in the corner.
90 seconds to play. 9. Answers. And the lead jumps back up to 6. Taylor gets caught. This is Singleton wide open under the bucket. Missed the layup. And it'll be Alabama's ball.
That was a nice look right there. Maya Taylor finding a wide open Singleton and not able to finish, but Nye rising up again. Big shot, big time.
Nye's second 3 of the game. They throw it the length of the floor. Nye catches, lays it in. A beautifully executed inbounds pass, the length of the court. But how about this play, Tamika?
Nice pass down low and, ooh. Yeah, you see that left foot, that left leg.
8-point lead with 1 minute, 2 seconds left to play. And a Salary who's had such a good game today. And the possession arrow still with Ole Miss.
Our Destiny Salary going out, 16 points, career high.
Taylor going inside, got Rice off her feet. To Collins. Collins, 3 is blocked by Nye. Going to go to the video monitor to look at that possession.
And I think the good thing for Alabama, it's not a live ball turnover.
Scott scores, fouled, and just like that, Ole Miss could get a 3-point play. Foul was on Barker. Free throw coming for Scott. And the lead is 5, 48.4 seconds left. Still a 2-possession lead for Alabama. And a foul in the backcourt.
Is trying to do the steal foul. If you don't get the steal initially, you got to go for the foul, put him to the free throw line. And smart move. Sarah Ashlee Barker not able to convert on that first free throw.
Barker, that's her first miss today, 3 of 4 from the line. Knocks the second one down, and it'll be Ole Miss's basketball. Collins set to throw it into Taylor.
I don't know if you go for another Collins three-point shot. Angel Baker.
Baker for 3, in and out. Rice with a rebound. Rice holds it up high.
When Madison Scott is not able to get the ball, other players have to step up.
And Alabama has had other players step up today so far. Big free throw here for Rice to make it a 3-possession game, and does. Christy Curry saying a prayer after that went in right in front of us. Under 30 seconds to play. Scott, defended by Barker, to Collins. Collins, nice look inside to Davis. The lead is 5 with 21.8 seconds left. Barber.
They got to get the ball across the half
court. Got to move it up. Singleton, 4 points today. Big free throws here for Barber. The lead is 6. One more to shoot. 7-point lead for Alabama with 14 seconds left. Baker quickly across half court to Davis. Davis knocks it down. 8 seconds left. 5-point Alabama lead. Barber fouled in the backcourt. She'll go back to the free throw line.
Controlling the pace of the game for this team. Even when things to get rattled, the ball gets the hand of Barber, or she sets the pace.
Look how smooth she's been here at the end of the game with these free throws. And Barber makes it a 7-point lead as Ole Miss's perfect start to SEC play has ended at home. That basket will count, but with 0.3 of a second, that'll do it. The first loss of SEC.